Well, good morning. We are glad that you joined us, and we are here talking about holiday scams. We're actually going to do the 12 scams of Christmas. And my name is Jason. I'm with the Better Business Bureau. The name of our Better Business Bureau is actually the Better Business Bureau Serving the Fall Line Corridor. Now, we came up with that name because we have offices in Augusta, Macon, and Columbus, and that was known as the Fall Line. And we actually serve over 77 counties, over 47,000 businesses, and over 2.5 million consumers. And it seems like we're always doing something. There's always something going on, and we cannot do it by ourselves because we have some wonderful friends. And one of our friends is, it's Mr. Sean Conroy. And Mr. Sean, will you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Hey, thank you, Jason. And we appreciate the Better Business Bureau inviting us to this holiday scam webinar. And Jason said it, in consumer protection, it takes a number of players to working together to help stop scams and protect consumers. And so at the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division, we're the state level consumer protection law enforcement organization, and we enforce a number of consumer protection laws, including the Fair Business Practices Act. We have counselors available for consumers to contact Monday through Friday. And we, on our website at consumer.ga.gov, you can learn more about us as well. Our phone number, and we'll probably give this out again later in the program, is 404-651-8600. So what we try to do at our office is investigate complaints when they're in the public interest. We don't represent individual, and we get about 18 to 20,000 complaints a year. We have a staff of about 45 people, investigators, lawyers, counselors that again talk to consumers. So we also place consumer information on our website. We have a program called Ask Consumer Ed where we answer consumer questions twice a month from real consumers, and so that's our organization in a nutshell. And I'll pass it back to you, Jason.
Well, it's always funny to me when people say, what do you do at the Better Business Bureau? And I always say, well, a lot. And because the Better Business Bureau tends to act like a funnel or an intake, and we get it. And what we do is, with these great friends like Sean at the Attorney General's, Consumer Protection Division, we're able to say, hey, it needs a greater look. It needs a state level investigation. And so we're able to push it up to him. But then when we need to go, more with a federal level, then we call our friend Anna. And Anna's always been a great friend to our Better Business Bureau. And so would you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Sure, Jason. And just to echo Sean, we always appreciate partnering with the Better Business Bureau as well as the State Attorney General's office. We can't do our work without our great partners. And so we just appreciate being invited to be here today and to hear from everyone about what they're seeing in regards to scams, because the Federal Trade Commission's mission is to stop unfair or deceptive acts or practices in the marketplace. And that runs the gamut from anything from robocalls to frauds to some of the scams we're going to talk about today to nationwide false advertising. I do have to give a standard disclaimer before we begin that any views I express today are my own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Commission or any of the individual 5 commissioners. But I look forward to talking with everybody and getting some great information out there about how people can protect themselves from some of the scams we're going to be talking about today.
So with these different scams, we're calling it the 12 scams of Christmas. And I can promise you that a scammer is not your true love. So he's not going to be bringing you, 2 turtle doves. But what I can tell you is that the organizations that you would turn to for relief during scams or for help with scams or to, what we would prefer to be educated before you ever fall for a scam is the Better Business Bureau, the Attorney General's Office, the Consumer Protection Division, and the Federal Trade Commission. So what we're doing is we're bringing all three of them to you. Social media gift exchange. Now, how many of you have been scrolling through Facebook and seen something like hey, if you put in, $5 or $1, you might get $36 back. Well, it happens every year, this time of year. We see it again and again and again. We've been putting out the same news tip, I know, for at least probably 8 years about the Facebook gift exchange. And it does sound good. I'd love to invest $1 and get back $36. And the three of us and all the stuff that we do, we know that doesn't work. Well, it's that time of year again, and we're already starting to see it. And I've seen my, friends of mine that are falling for this one. And what's neat, or not neat, but it's nothing more than a pyramid scheme. It's an old scam. And what you do is you try and throw in your money to knock the person off the top or above you so that you can advance your chances of winning. Well, what you always need to know about a pyramid scheme is if you take one person, just take yourself and you recruit 8 people, and those 8 people recruit 8 people, and you just keep going at different levels where everybody recruits 8 people. At the 8th level, it's more than a population of the United States. That's at the 8th level. At the 13th level, it's more than a population of the earth. So what level do you think you're getting at all? And if it's so good of a return, why is anybody sharing it with you? So what do you guys think about social media gift exchanges?
I'll jump in, Jason. You're right that this is an old scheme, and it's just like the chain letters of the past that have just taken on a new form. And somebody is left holding the bag at the end, and it's likely going to be you because, as you said, your chances of ever getting any money are slim to none. And the best thing you can do for your friends at the holidays is also not recruit them to join something where they're also going to lose their money. So if you get an invitation like this from one of your friends, let them know the signs to look out for and pass along the information so that they also don't get ripped off.